Hey guys, Killer here. Here's my pal Little Guy. So today I want to be talking about something a little different, and that means Super Mario Odyssey. Yep, more about it. Frankly, there's a lot of places to explore, with a total of 16 kingdoms. And I'm going to be ranking every single one of them, and Darker Side will not be added because those don't have any extra moons you can grab. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Number 16, Cloud Kingdom. Barely anything to say about this one because mostly everything is just a cloud. Yep, you're just on a giant thing of clouds and that's it. And the only thing really is just a boss fight with Bowser, and that's okay. And that's really all I have to say about this. There's only a couple moons you can get, and that's basically the whole kingdom. Number 15, Ruined Kingdom. This is higher above Cloud Kingdom because it looks so much cooler, like a Skyrim type of thing. But sadly, there's not really much to it except a way cooler boss fight because you get to slay an awesome dragon, which is really cool, and it's also entertaining as well. But usually there's not really anything else much to it, and I really wish they added more because I kind of like the boss fight, but I really wish there was more. Number 14, Cap Kingdom. I really don't have anything to say about this one other than you just fight a boss fight and collect moons. I really even forget this is a kingdom because how little there is in this kingdom. It's really upsetting. 13, Bowser Kingdom. And I know a lot of people will be disagreeing me on this, and I know that for a fact. And the reason I put this so high up on the list is because I really don't see any enjoyment in this kingdom besides just the bosses that you go and fight, the brutals, and the final boss at the end of the actual thing. Because that boss actually is memorable and really fun. And that's really all I actually even go back to. And what's funny, the Dark Side also recreated and made it better. Yeah, I know, I'm putting Dark Side at number 12 over Bowser Kingdom. Well, yeah, because it's just a lot more fun in my opinion, because you get to fight 5 bosses, and that's really fun. All the brutals, and there's other moves you can grab that are also pretty challenging and hard. And come on, look, I know it could be easy or stupid, but come on, you get to play as a hammer bro and refight the best boss in the entire game. That is really awesome. The wonderful Moon Kingdom, the physics in the entire thing. You just jump around, feel like you're the king. It's amazing. And you'll also fight the final boss here with the gold level. It's really cool. And you get to fight Madame Brutal and your final boss and play as Bowser. And just, come on, that sick long jumping, you can't beat that. That makes you feel amazing. Come on, try it. You know what, guys? For number 10, Snow Kingdom, it does feel like an underrated kingdom. It is very small, and you don't get a lot of power moons in the first part of it, but that's not to say it's a bad kingdom, because it's a good kingdom, and I really enjoy it, because the 4 doors you have to go through to open the secret hatch and see what's inside, you probably think it's a boss. But nope, it's just a fun little race that you race with little friends, and you get to capture one and play it yourself. Of course, it's not as good as the Peach's Slide in Mario 64, but it's still fun to just bounce around with a big marshmallow. Now this kingdom really sticks out its beauty. Like, oh man, the Seaside Kingdom has got everything under control. They got to play as a Cheep. That's really cool. You get a glorious view in the whole map, and you get to swim out through waters. And you get to climb big towers and jump down, and you make you feel like you're the king. And the boss is really fun too. King Octopus Dude, I don't even know how to say his name, is really fun. For number 8, we have the beautiful Lake Kingdom. And when I say beautiful, I really mean beautiful. Unlike Mario 64, the swimming is actually fun because you get to capture a Cheep, and it's really fun to just swim around really fast with being a fish. It's really fun just swimming around, feel like you own the place. And it's very beautiful and small, so you feel like it's your home. Oh my goodness, the Cascade Kingdom. I remember that time when I stepped out of the Odyssey and found the gorgeous view of the Cascade Kingdom. This is one of the greatest views in a Mario game of all time. And there are awesome captures like a Chain Chomp and a T-Rex, and you can destroy everything in your path. It's so cool, and it really shows you how platforming really is for the rest of the game. And it's just really sticking to me and how the game will be for the rest of your life. You know, I was really having a tough decision on this one because Cascade and Lost were really getting voted on each other because I didn't know which one to choose, but I had to choose Lost because it had a better platforming and it also had better versions of a smaller kingdom, so you feel like an environment that you can get ready to explore and know very well. And that's why I really like the Lost Kingdom. And the poison goo everywhere, that just makes you feel like you gotta be more careful of every surrounding. And Glydon is really fun to use as well. He'll make your first appearance here. So what I'm really trying to say is that this place is really cool. You know, most people say the Metro Kingdom is their favorite kingdom, and I can definitely see why. It is probably the most crowded kingdom, and I totally understand why Nintendo was doing this, because it makes you keep wanting to explore. It's like, oh, I see this moon, I'll come back to it and get it later. Because the platforming is so fun, jumping around buildings. It's just so cool, because you can jump off buildings and land and not die. It's like more of like a Grand Theft Auto game, but even better. And I understand that I put this so low, but it's still fun. You know, the reason I put Wooden Kingdom so high on this list is because I just like speedrunning this place, and it really got to know a lot more about this kingdom and what actually offers you. And then I learned that this kingdom is actually one of my favorites. And it actually really is when you actually think about it. When you keep playing it over and over again, you actually realize how much there is to do and how much it offers you. And that is really amazing. And not a lot of kingdoms actually do that in this game. But this one really stands out to me because it's just the level of difficulty is average and the level of exploring is maximum. You know, when I first started playing this whole game, Sand Kingdom was my #1. And not anymore, but it still is one of my favorites. Because it's just so big and vast, and there's a lot of captures, like a tube, and you get to fish with him. It's really cool. But even though I'm terrible at it, you also get to play as Moai and take your sun and put some sunglasses on to make some invisible barriers. And he runs like a madman as well. And the challenges are really cool too, like the puzzles you get to endure are really challenging and cool. And even if you jump into pits, guess what happens? You go into the icy caverns. And yeah, you get to transform into a Goomba. And the cool thing about Goombas is that you can stack each other. That is so cool. You can stack each other and find secret moves and get coins. It's really awesome. And the reason I like this one is because it's so big and vast. You know, the Mushroom Kingdom really has something inside me. I replayed it over and over again trying to get every single Power Star. And it just had a blast inside of me. It was just amazing because all the Mario 64 vibes just came back to me. It's just so remarkable to play again and look at all the vibes you get from nostalgia. And you can go through all the boss paintings, which I really loved. And you don't collect moons, you collect stars, like in Mario 64. This is just a game that really loves the game of Mario 64, and I appreciate that so much. I know all of you are going to disagree with me on this, because most people don't really like the Luncheon Kingdom, but for me, I believe that this is the best kingdom there, because the colors are so vibrant and vast and beautiful, and it really makes you feel like you actually really want to eat something, because it makes you really hungry. I don't know why, but it does. And the lava balls are really fun to control, because I don't know, there's just something about them that really makes you want to play them again. And the colors are very vast and vibrant. It makes it more glassy, but like misshapen. And the Hammer Bros is your first appearance. And most people complain about the lava balls, but I don't really feel any trouble with them at all, because their platforming is really fun, because you get to soar in the air. It's really fun. And the Hammer Bros, they're okay. They're better over time, but they don't really have the best accuracy, so I have to say that. But I'm just being honest, this kingdom really sticks up the process of Mario Odyssey beauty, because the NPCs are really cool too, because they're little forks. That really sticks up the attention to detail as well. And that's really mostly all I gotta say about this, because this kingdom is so vast and beautiful. It's really awesome how most of this is combined together. And the linear levels are really fun as well. With the forks, it's just really fun to play. And I always want to keep going back to it over and over again. And oh man, that was a long video. Leave a like down below. What is your favorite kingdom?